Hey tubers, this is Crypto Big Boss coming to you again with another informative video. This time we're going to talk about an article by Matthew DeSalvo on Decrypt. Is the Bitcoin bull run just getting started? Experts weigh in. Before we even attack this, I want to tell you, I told everybody that the bull run ain't over. Earlier this year, when we had the first little sloth, we had the little death, death walking around the screen, and everybody was crying about how it went down. And then, of course, we just had another sell-off by these freaking crypto automated, trading machines for the institutional investors, basically selling off everything and making everything going on down by 30 to 50%. And then here we are on the 26th, a brand new article on Decrypt. Is the Bitcoin bull run just getting started? That sounds like in line with what I said. Or let's just dig in. Bitcoin's wild week has many investors worried. Should they be? Bitcoin suffered a historic price crash last week. Some experts tell Decrypt that this was all expected and even healthy in the long term. The Bitcoin bull may still have some kick in him despite the events of the past week. Bitcoin's latest price crash, if you're technically perhaps more optimistic, has many investors worried, especially those new to the game who have been quick to sell. Remember I said don't sell? Okay, now listen to this. Some are already fearing the worst. Another frosty crypto winter. When we're still in May, Bitcoin showed signs that the bull run may be coming to an end and the crypto market suffered its worst dollar-denominated pullback in history, and for a whole host of reasons. But many analysts believe we're still in bull market. I'm one of those. And the dip in Bitcoin's value was well overdue. I don't agree with that. Fred Pai, the CEO of Toronto-based cryptocurrency exchange Traded Fund, 3iQ told Decrypt that we're not yet in a bear market and that Bitcoin's massive gains over the last year were not humanly unsustainable. Okay? Let's read that again. Bitcoin's massive gains over the last year were not humanly unsustainable. I wonder what he means by that. Is he talking about computer-driven crypto trading? This pullback had a lot to do with China and how they want to crack down. I think I've got a video talking about that too on this channel, about how every 4 years when China cracks down supposedly on crypto, it causes it to go down. I think I also stated in my China video that when it goes down, it always comes back up, okay? The market was desperately looking for a reason to have a correction. Anything going from 10,000 to 60,000 in the last makes absolutely no sense. Just look at the rate of return on our hedge funds. It's not humanly possible to, or sustainable. Interesting. He added that corrections like what Bitcoin just experienced have been played out with tech stocks and are very normal. Charles Boulevard, Vice President of Content at Quantum Economics, echoed the sentiment and added that we're not in a crypto winter and pullbacks like these are to be expected. Bitcoin's pullback started last week when billionaire investor Elon Musk announced that his car company Tesla, which invested $1.5 billion in the currency in February, would no longer accept digital assets for payment, citing environmental concerns. This led to confusion in the markets, according to the blockchain data firm Glassnode, and caused people to sell their holdings. That is bull. I don't agree with that. Elon Musk has influence, but his statements did not influence the entire computer-driven crypto trading thing to just turn on the off switch. I disagree with that. China's central bank and a handful of Chinese payment firms then started rules limiting crypto transactions, leading to more market mayhem. Now, I believe some of that. The country is also cracking down on those who produce Bitcoin. China's financial committee last week said that it would monitor Bitcoin miners in an attempt to resolutely prevent the control of financial risk. Okay, so if we dig, let's dig a little more and then we're going to talk about it. Bitcoin and the wider altcoin market continue to dip in value as perhaps novel and nervous investors got rid of their crypto cash. Though Bitcoin specifically was on a somewhat wacky run, its all-time high last month of nearly 64,000 was an 826% increase from the year before when it was worth $6,875. In Pi's words, not humanly sustainable. Those in the world of traditional finance see the recent volatility as a sign to stay away for good regardless of bull and bear markets. Okay, let's go on and look a little bit more. Jerry Klein, managing director of New York City-based Treasuries partner, which manages $9 billion in assets, said that the recent volatility in Bitcoin shows that the companies cannot rely on cryptocurrencies as sound corporate cash investments. He added, when a company invests cash in Bitcoin, price declines in Bitcoin can have a significant impact on earnings per share, while price increases provide no benefit. A market pullback like this, though big, is apparently normal. And when looking at Bitcoin's previous cycles, according to some blockchain analysis company Glassnode said in a report that what we're seeing now is consistent with 5 major pullbacks during the 2017 bull run. Some experts are still unsure. Ex-banker and analyst Alex Kruger also told Decrypt that it was still too early to say. It will only become clear in hindsight. It was not a long overdue simple correction. It was a black swan in size and speed. Corona crash aside, it was the largest correction since 2013. Okay. We got a little bit to say about Ethereum, and then we'll dig into this. It says Ethereum, the market's second largest asset by market capitalization, was likewise deeply affected by the crash, and the crypto asset has been on a tear since 2021, outperforming even Bitcoin. I've said that in terms of year-to-date gains. But despite the bullish sentiment surrounding its upcoming update to Ethereum 2.0 and changes to its protocol that analysts argue could make it even more attractive investment, ETH lost nearly 58% of its value following the Black Wednesday crash. Look at it, calling it Black Wednesday. Come on. Kruger, however, says he personally remains very bullish on Ethereum regardless of how other assets are performing. But it's very hard for crypto to rally sustainably without Bitcoin following through. Indeed, Bitcoin is still the engine that drives the crypto train, and it could be bumpy right ahead, right yet. Hold tight, hodlers. Where do I start? I think I'll start at the bottom, and go back up to the top. I'm going to call BS on this stuff they're talking about on Ethereum, okay? I think at this point, it is safe to say Ethereum is its own thing. It has its own life. It has its own trajectory. It has its own swag. It has its own purpose. It has its own life. And it's going to do its own thing, folks. Ethereum is no longer dependent on what the hell Bitcoin does. Ethereum is big, bad, and it stinks, and it's going to do its own damn thing. Okay, developers know that they can reach out and touch somebody with this shit. They can go and get some Ethereum class and basically build something. They know that this is the key to them being able to accept crypto payments. Nothing about this makes sense to me. Okay, the openness of the Ethereum API and how it is powering so many other coins and blockchains at this point, from polygons and chain links to AAVE and to everything else. Ethereum has its own life now. It has its own trajectory. Okay? And 58%, so what? It's already back up. It's almost back. It's almost back to $3,000. A Black Wednesday. Come on. Let's go ahead and move back up. You want to talk about it? Mr. Klein, managing director of New York-based Treasuries. You manage $9 billion, and you think that when a company invests in Bitcoin, price declines in Bitcoin can have significant impact on earnings per share. Look, this should not be about earnings per share. This should be about whether you believe Bitcoin is the store of value. And this is going to also be about adoption. Maybe your holdings should be in Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. I think the utility of Ethereum is going to blast Bitcoin out the water. And you're going to find that the real store of value is Ethereum. Yeah, if you haven't heard that before, you've heard it first here on Crypto Big Boss. Now let's get back up here to what they're talking about, Tesla and freaking Elon Musk. I am so tired of hearing this stuff about Elon did this and he bought a $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and he made one statement and the whole market crashed. That's bull. That's bull. He didn't make one statement and the whole market crashed. He made one statement and it was one statement. This crash was not caused by an Elon Musk freaking tweet. It was caused by computer-driven trading. Computer-driven crypto trading on behalf of these institutional investors. Elon didn't have nothing to do with that. I wish people would stop saying that. Stop saying it. It's bull. Okay? And here we are back at the top. Bitcoin suffered historic price crash. Okay, you want to call it a crash? I'll call it a crash. Some experts tell Decrypt that this was all expected and even healthy. You know what? It's never healthy when you have a crash because you have new people out here that basically get spooked by this kind of thing. You're walking around here calling this thing Black Wednesday and all this crap. You're scaring off people that could benefit from this. We need to start teaching people that long-term investing, okay, and developing the right habits, a consistent pattern of investing, whether you can stand it weekly, monthly, or daily, just having the consistent pattern of investing in something, and in this case, crypto, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, having that discipline, that is the path to having true wealth. So I don't want to hear nothing about this was an expected crash and it was good for the market. No, what would be good for the market is to expose the utility of these blockchains. That's what we do on this channel. We talk about how Ethereum and how Chainlink and how Polygon and how AAV and how all of these, as we get down to them, Redcoin, how they have utility to give people the ability to add some kind of blockchain, some kind of decentralized finance, digital currency capability to their application, to their project. Why don't we talk about that instead of all this made up crap of Black Wednesday and the crash of 2021. I'm tired of hearing about it and leave Elon out of it. Leave him alone. Let's get on with what the blockchain is going to mean for the multitudes and millions of people around the globe as a solution to their technical problems. If you've enjoyed this video, please throw up the likes. Throw up the shares, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.